Hello, everybody, and welcome to Cupid Bodyweight Bootcamp with Cassidy today. Next week, you get to party it up with Jason. He and I will be taking turns on Wednesdays in the month of May, and we will get into more details about that next week. But just look forward to having some special guest instructor next week. All right, gotta make sure I switch everything over. It's Glute Day, which we haven't had in a pretty long time, actually. We haven't had a Glute Day in a very long time, which means we're gonna get started. We're gonna do some figure four stretches, figure four squats, whatever you wanna call them. We're gonna sit back. I think I forgot to record, so thank you, Jason. Or maybe I did.
Yeah, you're good.
Thank you. If you want to sit back on a chair or use a wall for support, that's completely fine. Let's get one more on each side. And let's do some balance. Get those glutes nice and activated, ready to go. So we're gonna start with one leg. I want you to pull those glutes in. Core is nice and tight. We're gonna start here. Feel free to allow your hip to release. Now pick everything up. You can feel the difference. Squeeze, no squeeze. Squeeze, and typically if we're not squeezing, we can't balance either. Now from here, I want you to kick behind you. Let's see if we can keep that flat back. Let's bring it back to center. One more, team. I don't want to do too many because we do have RDLs in our workout today. This is just to get those glutes nice and activated. Really squeeze. And let's switch over to the other side. Again, we're going to find that balance. Pull those glutes and core in towards the center of our body. If you need to, you can kind of play around with it. Feel the difference of when you let go and when you squeeze. And when you're ready, let's go ahead and kick that leg back. I'm going to turn to the side just so you can see. I'm really trying to keep that nice flat back here. Squeeze with the glutes. Let's bring one more behind. Kick. And stand it up. All right, team, let's add some squats to our warm-up. So what I want you to do is bring those hips a little bit wider than hip length apart. Lift your toes, squeeze your butt. That is where I want your toes to be placed for now, for today. And I want you to pull that belly button in. And we're gonna push our hips back nice and slow and controlled. Let's just work on those nice, slow squats as a part of our warm-up because we do have body weight squats for our workout today. What I want you to think about with your feet is you're ripping the floor apart. So you're using your entire foot, squeezing the floor. As you do that, you'll notice those glutes start to engage. Again, getting those glutes nice and activated for today's workout. Let's add one more, team. Okay, you know there's no warm-up without an inchworm. So let's bring it down to the floor. Walk our hands out into our plank position. Drop our hips, raise our chest. Oh boy, if you were in Steph's class, I'm feeling it today. My body is sore, so I'm probably going to be moving at a slower pace. That doesn't mean you need to as well. Maybe you need to because you've kicked butt in classes this week too. Remember, I'm your guide, but you make this workout your own. Let's walk those hands back to our feet. Stand up, reach towards the sky. Let's get one more. We did have some, I guess the sun is still peeking out today. It's a nice surprise. I wasn't expecting sun this week, to be honest. But I am not complaining. Let's push those hips back into that downward dog. Lengthen through the spine. I want you to push those hips back. So raise your hips, really imagine we're lengthening that spine as long as we can here. And let's lower down to the floor. This is our last warm-up of the day. We are going to do some bird dog crunches, which means our wrists are in line with our shoulders, knees are in line with our hips. Pull that belly button toward your spine so we don't have this curve in our lower back. Stepping back with one foot, keeping that balance, balancing your water on your lower back, so not letting your hips rotate here. Opposite arm raises out in front of you. Let's squeeze the glutes as we raise that foot off the floor. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, let's tuck elbow to knee in the center. Extend. I want you to imagine that glass of water is balancing for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we haven't even started the workout and I'm already feeling the burn. Let's kick back. That's a good thing. That means those glutes are saying, I'm here, I'm ready. All right, opposite arm reaches. Let's squeeze as we lift. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, we're gonna connect knee to elbow. Extend. 4, 3. I want to see as little movement in the spine and hips as possible. Let's get one more, team. Way to go. Stretching out anything else you need to. Maybe you're doing a few jumping jacks, waking up out of that morning gloom. I do have a mat ready. I'm not going to use it in the beginning part of this workout, but I do have it ready. We have a circuit that we are going to do 3 times through, a glute circuit, and then we have some core at the end. So fun stuff today, everybody. Not as much jumping around. We had a little bit of that on Monday. I'm going to leave the steps up to you today. So like I said, body weight squats are our first move. Feet, for today's sake, a little bit wider than hip length apart. Squeeze your glutes as you raise those toes. That's where I want your hip or your foot placement to be. Squeezing the glutes. So the reason why I say squeeze the glutes, squeeze the core here is because yes, we're leading with our hips, so our hips push back, but that does not necessarily mean we're doing this. So that there's a difference you can see if I lead with my hips this way compared to when I keep nice and tight, hips hinging back, but still keeping that nice flat back. You can kind of play. If you need to do it the wrong way to feel the correct way, feel free to play with it. Only 1 or 2 times, not too many times. Okay, team, we have those body weight squats. Are we ready? I can hear you screaming and cheering from the other end. 3, 2, 1, here we go. 45 seconds. Let's get those body weight squats in. We're going at our own speed today, team. I do not want you to let go of that nice tight core. If you're feeling pain in that lower back, that's telling you you're not quite engaging correctly. Maybe take a step back, slow it down a little bit, start from the top. Pull the floor apart, team. Rip it apart with your feet. Oh, that made a difference. Last one. Okay, we have single leg RDLs. That's why I told you to keep that in mind. Our balancing. We're kicking back. Ooh. Pretty much what we did as a part of our warm-up. Kick back, squeeze with the glutes, stand it all the way up. So as you kick back, the balance comes really from the kicking leg. As you stand it up, the balance really comes from that standing leg. So you're working both legs, even though you're just standing on one. Okay, let's switch sides. Same thing. I'm almost contemplating taking my shoes off so I can really feel what I'm doing. We have typewriter squats coming up next. Almost done with this side. Let's get one more, team. Okay, for this one, we're gonna stay low. Toes are facing forward. Stay low. Squat. We're gonna go out, out, in, in. Other side. Out, out, in. Notice this is not dragging behind. It's following my ankle. Let's alternate our leading leg. Out, out, in. Woo! Stay low, team. I was sore before this class, but now I'm really feeling it. Last time. We did it. Split lunges. Kicking back, feet in line with your hips. Hips, knee, and ankle are all facing in the same direction. Let's go ahead, drop that back knee down, squeeze at the top. Squeeze. For today's sake, we're focusing on our back leg. Back knee drops, squeezing at the top. Okay, other side. Here we go. Feet in line with your hips. I tried to have the camera so that you could see me on the floor and standing, but I might need to make adjustments next time. Squeeze. Remember, for today's sake, we're focusing on that back leg. Not necessarily slamming that knee to the floor. Maybe gently tapping it, maybe just hovering. Quads are feeling it, that's for sure. Okay, inchworm. Walking your hands into a plank position. From your plank position, we're gonna kick. Heel, heel, small kick. Now walk those hands back to your plank, or your toes, sorry. Stand it up, inchworm. You can hop if you want to. If you want to modify that full plank, you can kick, drop to your knees here, leg extends, kick, opposite leg, squeeze, lift, and then you're gonna walk back to your toes. So you're either doing from a full plank or from your knees, those glute kicks. Small kicks. Just like everything else, our spine is not compromised. Our lower back should not be hurting. Last one. Okay, we're making our way down to the floor. So here's where I'm gonna get that mat. We have a 15-second transition. I'm so glad I added that in there. Opening up the insides of your thighs, feet are together. We're doing a frog bridge. So we're gonna raise, squeeze from the glutes. If for any reason this is painful for you, you can always stick to a regular glute bridge. What I want you to think of is we're squeezing from the glutes and we're lifting, not from the lower back. Pretty low impact exercises today, so not as much jumping around, but I wouldn't necessarily say easy, right? Glutes are on fire. Okay, we're going into a side plank leg raise. So forearms on the floor, raising to that chest, knee is on the floor. We're raising that top leg. What I want you to think, squeeze from the glutes. We're not opening our hips here. Imagine your heel is against the wall and you're sliding that heel. Like you have a slider and you don't want it to fall. Last one. Let's switch sides. Same thing, everybody. Guess what? We're almost to round one. I guess almost to round two, almost done with round one. Keep that heel sliding against the wall. Even if it's not physically sliding, you can still imagine it is. Oh my goodness, my glutes are on fire. Let's get two more. We did it. With what round one, I'm gonna adjust my camera just so you can see my standing movements. Get your water. You do have a minute transition between circuits. I'm gonna make sure I get my water. You can move around, get your steps. This could be a time to get some steps. What I don't want you to do is sit down. I love when this song comes on. Like, give me superpowers. It's just such a perfect workout song, you know? All right, let's get ready for those squats. I'm gonna try to work a little bit quicker on speed now that I feel comfortable with what I'm doing with the movement. I'm gonna try to see if I can pick up the speed a little bit. How are we doing, team? If you need to stop, regroup, I would rather you do that than compromise form. We got this. Ooh, I got pictures from Monday with our chair workout. I loved it. Okay, RDLs, I'm gonna face you this time. Kick your side, squeeze, remember how we started. Kick back. Stand it up. Glutes are being used to stabilize, glutes are being used to kick back. Let's try to keep those hips facing in one direction, so try not to open your hips. We have time for one more on this side. Same thing on the other side. Here we go. Find that positioning. If I don't start with the right position and I go right into it, I know it's not going to end well. We have to take that extra second or two to find that positioning, to think about what we're doing, what muscles we're working. And then it's gonna go over well, you know? A little time investment for a better outcome. We have time for one more. Guess what? Typewriters. Nice little narrow. Drop those hips. Let's go. Out, out, in, switch. Out, out, in. Again, this is round two, so I'm picking it up a little bit. You might be with me. Or I'm with you, more like. Because let me tell you, my legs are on fire today. You got this. Stay with me. Hips stay down. 10 seconds. Oh, we're at 5. I lied to you. Last one. Oh, Do the noodle dance. Single leg, split lunges. I'm gonna do this one from the side. Different angles, you know. Feet in line with your hips. Here we go. Drop it down. Notice when I stand, again, no arch in that lower back. Everything is pulled in. Okay, other side, same thing. Yes, quads are on fire. We're focusing, remember, on that stand in our lunge, that extra glute squeeze. For today's sake, focusing on that back leg. Hovering over the floor. Not so much on how many we're doing or how fast we're doing it. Believe me, you have plenty of time. You don't need to rush it. Okay, we have inchworms with those plank kicks or from your knees. So let's walk it out. If you're dropping to your knees, kick back. Raise, again, small raise, and then walk your hands back. Option to add a hop here at the top. Or from your plank, same thing. If you're doing this from a plank, your goal is to try to keep those hips as still as possible. We're lifting from the glutes, not swinging it around. Okay, let's walk down to the floor. 15-second transition into those frogs. Opening up the insides of your thighs. Or you can do a regular glute bridge, that works as well. 3, 2, here we go, lift it up. Squeezing from the glutes, not from the back. Focus on what you're using, on what you're doing. There's a little bit of thinking involved with exercise. Little mind-body connection. Side planks are coming up. We have time for one more. Okay, let's get set up for those side planks. I'm gonna start on this side this time, just to switch it up. Okay, here we go. Sliding that heel against the wall. Remember, we don't wanna lift or open those toes. I caught myself doing it, so I know I'm not the only one out there. Oh boy, does that change the movement. Woo! Okay, other side. Here we go, let's do it. Notice, without opening your hip or turning your foot, we're not able to lift as high, and that's okay. We're not focusing on how high we're lifting. No dance moves, not for today. We did it. We have one more time of this circuit, one more time through, and then we're going into our little core exercise. So get some water, move around, have a dance party. You have a minute interval between circuits. So time to kind of relax, breathe, get some steps. I feel so lost without my watch. If anybody has recommendations, if you have a watch that you really love, like a Fitbit or some kind of Samsung or Apple Watch or whatever, you really, really love it and you swear by it, let me know, because I'm in the market for a new watch. I don't think I can do the no watch for much longer. Okay, here we go. Body weight squats. Let's do this. There was nothing wrong with the Apple Watch though. I really liked it, so. But if I'm gonna switch, now would be the time, right? I just cracked my screen. How are we doing, team? Controlling through that entire move. You ready? Single leg RDLs. I'm just gonna do a full 180 and face the window this time. Again, I let go. I got cocky, and that's when I lost my balance. This takes control, everybody. Body awareness. Oop, yep, there it is. We got this. We got to regroup. Okay, other side. It didn't beep at me today, or that time. Oh, my right side is way stronger. Tells me something. I need to work on my left side a little bit more. Isn't it amazing how our bodies work? Last one. Typewriters, feet forward, narrow, drop. Here we go. Out, out, in, other side. Out, out, in. Keep it up with me. Can you stick with me? Out, out, in, out. Our goal might not happen today, but ideally our feet stay forward throughout this movement. Ankle mobility might come into play, might prevent you from doing that. Hips also. I lost track. Okay. Woo. Last time through. Let's do this side again. I like to look out the window. Split lunges. Here we go. I'm going to tell you a story while we do lunges to distract you. There's this neighborhood cat, and his name is Forky, and I know that because he has a little name tag, and it's so cute, and he's the most lovable cat, and he'll sometimes come up to this window right here and try to get me to pet him, but sometimes I'm in classes, and I can't do that. But one time, I opened the door to pet him, and he ran inside, and I'm running around the house yelling, Forky! There's your funny little story. Hopefully that distracted you, because guess what? It's time to switch. If Forky ever comes around again, maybe I'll let you see him. He's not here right now. I say he's a neighborhood cat, but he's really somebody else's cat that I just kind of claimed. We got this, team. Okay. Woo! Shake it out. Inchworms. Walk those hands out from your knees or your toes. Glute kick. Try your best to alternate which side you start with for those glute kicks. Hop at the top is optional. No need to rush this, team. We got plenty of time. "15 seconds. I'm gonna go for 2 more. All right, last one. Okay, 15-second transition to those froggies. We're gonna start in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Raise from the glutes. Always an option to bring those feet flat to the floor and just do a glute bridge. If for whatever reason this is just not working for you today, as long as you're lifting from the glutes, not from the back, or just kind of swinging those hips around. Again, you're controlling those movements. Okay, team. Side planks. Let's get ready. I kind of jumped the gun. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's lift. Remember, if you ever catch me doing it wrong, then you get to call me out for it, and I owe you whatever you tell me. Burpees, push-ups, whatever. I need to be careful about reminding you that, but I hold you accountable just like you hold me accountable like I hold you accountable. Okay, last one. And then we get to give those glutes a break. We didn't do any jumping today, yet I am sweating. All lower impact exercises. Again, doesn't mean it was easy. Okay, team, we did it. Hard part is over. We have core. So what we are going to do, if you've been with me for a while, you've done this with me in class, in boot camp classes, we are going to take 5 minutes and we're going to do core, and you get the freedom to do whatever you want as long as you keep moving for 5 minutes and you don't do the same thing for 5 minutes. I will be talking you through what I'm doing. You can do it. If you can't think of anything to do, you can follow me, but you have the freedom to really do your favorite core exercises, but you have 5 minutes to keep moving. So once you're fatigued, form starts giving out, you switch it over to another core exercise. Does this make sense? Are we good? We used to do this in-person boot camp classes, and everybody always liked it. Little tips, try to switch it up, try to get side obliques, turn around on your belly, on your back. The more movement, the better. I'm getting my timer ready for us. Again, I'm gonna be talking you through what I'm doing. We didn't like Dave. Thank you for clarifying. They did not like it. But usually that's a good thing. When you say you don't like it, I take it as you do like it. Just like when you say you hate me, I know you love me. Okay, team, make your way down to your mat. I am going to start with crunches, feet flat on the floor, hands out to the sides of me so I'm not pulling my neck. And I'm gonna try to lift my chin up rather than curl my chin in. Exhale each time I lift. If you wanna do what I'm doing, let's get ready for those crunches. I will let you know, but really this is your free time. You get to kind of do whatever you want. 5 minutes, no stop moving. Core, here we go. 3, 2, 1, let's do this, team. 5 minutes might not seem like a long time, but let me tell you, it's a long time when you're doing exercises that are burning. Okay, I'm gonna keep my back down, feet up, and I'm gonna raise my feet, raise my hips. Exhale again each time I lift, similar to a crunch. We are 1 minute in, team. I am lifting it up. Feet flat on the floor, sitting back. I'm going into Russian twist. Ooh, I am already burning, team. Okay, hands are down for support. I'm going over the kettlebell. So leaning back, you can do 1 foot if you're following me, 1 foot at a time, or you can do both. What I want you to remember, any movement you're doing, you're not holding your breath. We are 2 minutes in. I'm going back to side planks, but I'm going to do a full side plank this time. Adding a few twists, rotations. I don't know about you, but I am on fire. Other side, if you're doing it right, you should be on fire. But we're always moving, right? We're not holding the same thing. We're not doing the same thing for 5 minutes. Changing the movement kind of changes your mechanics a little bit, changes the muscles, maybe giving those obliques a little bit of a break, focusing on those transverse abdominals. Adding some rotations. Okay. I'm gonna hover from my knees and then I'm gonna try to hold a plank for the last minute. We're 1 minute and 30 seconds in. So I'm gonna do all fours to start. Nice flat back. You can add walking into it. I don't know if I can right now. Let's see, I'll get a few steps in here. Okay, you have 1 minute, everybody. If you want, you can pick it up with me and see if you can hold a plank for a minute to finish strong. I'll give you the 30-second cue too, in case you're going in 30 seconds.
If you're in a plank position, I would rather you drop to your knees and keep that core or belly button pulled in tight than drop those hips, hurt your lower back. You're at 30 seconds left, everybody. How are you feeling? Like Dave said, I kind of hyped it up a little bit. Maybe it's not as great as it cracked up to be, but tomorrow, maybe you'll thank me. Maybe not. You might be sore. 10 seconds. Maybe next week. 5, 4, 3, 2. Woo! Stretch it out, everybody. Drop those hips. Oh my goodness. Amazing how long 5 minutes can be, right? This is always my favorite. If I don't have a plan when I go to the gym or if I'm working out, I know I kind of want to hit core a little bit. I don't have a ton of time. I just set my timer and somehow things come to me. Sit back on your heels, everybody. Always gets a burn because I know I only have 5 minutes, so I have to make the most of those 5 minutes. It's kind of nice because sometimes you're just not in the mood to do the same exercise for 3 to 5 sets. You know, sometimes you just want to do it one and done. Wouldn't recommend doing this every day. Okay, we're going to stretch out those glutes. So what I want you to do, 90-degree with that front leg, 90-degree with your back leg. I'm going to adjust so I'm on my mat. Rotate your hips towards your front leg. Hinge at the hips here. You can have your hands down if you want to. Lifting it up, we're going to roll over to the other side. I got to kind of adjust because of the wall. It's supposed to go smoothly. Again, you can put those hands down as well. Go ahead and press it up. Let's stretch out those hips. Nice wide straddle. Walk it out as far as you can, stopping before your toes roll in. So you might just be hinging just a little bit. Doing the splits, or kind of the splits, makes me think of gymnastics, which reminds me that the Summer Olympics are coming up. Are there any other Simone Biles fans out there? I love Simone Biles. I think she is a prodigy. She's just amazing. If you don't know who she is, look her up. She'll make these workouts that we do that we just feel like we kick butt look easy because she's just a champ. Stretching out anything else you need to. Thank you so much for coming, everybody. I will see you all on Monday. And reminder, Jason will be in next Wednesday. So look forward to a nice, fun, special guest. I'll see you all next week. I agree with David. What is the YouTube channel for recorded sessions? Yes, Ingrid, let's get that handy for you. Dave, you started a trend. I'm getting the link for you, Ingrid. If you want to watch replays, here is the link. Oh, Dave, you're fine. I take it as a compliment. Thank you, Sydney. Thanks, Kanchana. Bye, Bronwyn. Have a good day. Oh, good. Send me that picture of Monday's workout, Ingrid. I want to see. Bye, Julie. Todd, keep us on form with each move. Todd, I will try my best to continue cueing as best as possible. If there's a specific question though, feel free to reach out. I'm happy to help clarify things. See you later.